Unpacking is important. Um, Being truthful with yourself is important. So, how do you play responsibility in you breaking your heart?
Um, be accountable.
No, I'm saying we're going through instances. How do you play responsibility with how you caused your heart to break?
See what stuff happen.
Yeah, yeah, you do. So, what do you do now to combat that?
Don't let stuff happen.
Well, that's one. That's one way right there. I know you're like not intentionally patting yourself on the back, but like your posture would be like you're hugging you, and like you have to do that. And so it's crazy how when we talk about issues that bring up strong hurt, strong healing, strong love or hatred or misguided emotions, our body takes on the posture of protecting itself. So you talk about things that are offensive but that hurt, like automatically most people go like that. Or like it's your body's way of being like, somebody hurt me, but I'm big enough to stand here and talk about it and not let you see it was hurt. So let me hug you. Let me hug me while I try and fight through the tears and talk to you. And it's like, that's what you need to do. Let your body heal your body. Let yourself heal yourself. And then let you hug you, love you, build you. And it's like one of the most important things I've ever done. I remember I came back from Dothan, toe up, absolutely toe up. That's my church, soon to be wife, kids. I left everything. I maybe came up here with one book bag. Remember when I moved in that apartment downstairs, I was walking by the mirror. I don't know if I told you the story. I was walking by the bathroom. And I'm upset with God because I'm in a place where I'm not happy. Where it's like, I go years and I am vividly seeing the church that I walked away from. I'm living in a place where had been gone 5, 6, 7 years, and I had no idea because to me it seemed like yesterday. Even to the point where we get together and I'm like becoming whole in some parts, but I'm unhealed in the others. So I'm thinking it's like last year and it's 4 or 5 years ago. I should have been over it, but I never dealt with it. Carrying stuff from a child at 9, at 12, at 13, 14, all the way to this year. And it's like, when do you heal you? Let you cry. Let you envelop in your emotions on how you feel. So I was walking down the hallway past the bathroom. This was before I moved my mom and them up here. And I'm like toe up and I'm upset and I'm mad. And I'm like, God, why? It's like I'm blaming her, and I'm going down the list because it says boldly become before the throne of grace, making your petitions known, that him who sits on high looks low, that he'll grant your request. But I made it known. I'm like, they hurt me, and I need you to rectify the situation where like you're praying to God the right way. I meant in the right posture, but in the wrong way. Like, I know I should pray about it, but I'm praying the wrong prayer. I'm asking God, like, hurt the people responsible. Hurt the people that hurt me. You know what God told me? He said, you want to see who to blame? Go in the bathroom. And I'm thinking, God is deep. Like, almost every time he talks to me, it'd be like short stuff, but like you get like a whole year out of it and go in the bathroom. I'm like, is there something that I need to see that you're gonna tell me? I went in the bathroom and he was like, "That's who you blame." I looked up and it was me. Of course, no shocker. But like, that was conviction right then and there. To not blame my ex-wife anymore, to not blame my daughter's mom, not blame the other kids' moms, and all of that stuff. At the end of the day, you can't blame friends for ratting you out. You can't blame women for walking away. You can't blame them for asking for a divorce. You can't blame the police for putting you in jail. You can't blame folk for playing you and then you feeling some kind of way about it and retaliating to it. Going down my entire list. You cannot blame opportunities that you walked away from. You cannot blame people who left you because of your inconsistency. You cannot blame your self-doubt, what you have not achieved, why you haven't graduated school, why you haven't done this, why you haven't done that. You go down your list and you be honest with you and be honest with God and be like, I blame me. I take responsibility on how I hindered me, how I would self-destruct me, how I would hurt me and want to blame somebody else. And it's not that they didn't do wrong, because a lot of people did. But you're not responsible for what they did. You're responsible for what you did. So like from that day, it becomes, yeah, this is my truth. But beyond that, I stayed. I lied. I cheated. I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to do. Yeah, I took it. And then I paid the price for it. They're like, yeah, I did this. Yeah, I did that. It was me who hindered me, who stood in my way. Until you can be real enough to be like, I'm not saying you're not real, but until you can be real enough to be like, you know what? I have to let that go, one, so that my heart can heal. Because as long as you're holding on where it seems like it's a vivid story that happened yesterday down to the detail, then it's like you're holding it. And it may not be a grudge, it may not be hatred, but you're holding it. And the release lets your heart heal so that you can love the people that you need to love unhindered, like responding to them and, like being prompt to and like whatever. And that's just real though, because if you're holding stuff in your heart, then that's not a place where you can love somebody else because you haven't healed. You have to let all of that go. So whatever it takes to unpack it, to move it, to get it out of the way, you have to do that so that you can fully love somebody else after you learn to love yourself. Love you enough to heal the right way so you don't end up going around bleeding on people the wrong way who's trying to love you because you don't trust anything they say, any way they move, who they are. Not because they're bad people. I'm not a bad person. I may have done bad things, may have been bad in my past. I'm not a bad person. And you deserve love. You know that? You do. You deserve to be loved the right way. You deserve to not be lied to, not be cheated on, not be made to feel any kind of way. You deserve to be treated just in the love language that you need the confirmation in, and nothing short of that. And if I can't fulfill that for you, then either we have to like reassess, like redefine what I think my love to you needs to be, and then you clarify how you see love, how you receive love. That has to come from a healed place, because where we were when we met, I don't need that kind of love. That it's still love, I just need love on different terms because I would grow. And when you grow, like the things that you find important, like big or small or whatever, they change. And so we grow together, we morph together. And last thing, and I'm gonna let you go. My wife's about to come home and I don't want her to catch you here. She'll come in this motherfucker, she'll drag you and your little ponytail straight on down Torrance. But listen.
Your wife's sitting right here in front of you.
Listen to me. You just be determined to mess up my feed. Here's something that is critical. Listen to this. Don't allow the enemy to steal what is not meant for him to steal. You get that? Some things are meant for the devil to take. It absolutely is. Everybody you meet in life is not supposed to be a lifelong love. Some people you meet teach you stuff. Some people you meet, you lose stuff to. Some people you meet, you love for a lifetime, but will never commit to. Some people are just burned in your mind as a image of what not to do, what not to like, what to stay away from, what you would like in a person, but not them. And some you keep as friends. But everybody comes and they go. And you have to be so consistent with yourself that you never walk away on you. You never give up on you, and you never stop loving you. Because you can never love a person the right way if you don't even know how to love you anyway, but the wrong way. So to love you right means I'll stop talking to somebody that I love so that I can learn to love me before I let me hurt you trying to love me right. Because anybody can come to you and give you love in the right way, just the way that you need it, but you not take it because you haven't loved you. So that's where I've been. Where like the last girlfriend I was with, like the potential for the future, I could see it. Like I could imagine the kind of house that we would have. I could imagine the type of lifestyle, because it's the kind of person that she was. And one of the main reasons that we broke up is because I didn't think I deserved it. Promise to God. The biggest dividing of us was the depiction of how our future would play out. Where I knew she would be successful, and I didn't think I deserved that kind of life, nor could I attain that kind of life. So in my head, in my mind, with my speech, I let something good go because I didn't think I was good enough for it, amongst other things. And I look back on that now and I'm like, that's crazy. How can you sit in a place and tell somebody else the gospel, the good news, that you're more than enough, you're bigger, you're better, this is where this ends, that doubt drops, that you have discernment, you are an heir to the kingdom, you are a God kid, and you don't even think you're good enough for a little house here on this side, for a particular job that pays you this kind of money. You don't think you ever received, and it's based off of past convictions and tests and trials and stuff I failed in. And I kill my future because I haven't learned to love me, one, from my past, but I haven't healed in my present. So I diminish, demise, I tear down my future because I couldn't see past where I was in the present. You have to heal that. Heal you enough to accept whatever you think is purpose for you and nothing less.